This is Radio Nepal. I am Dila Prasai with the news, the headlines first. Sonam Losar being celebrated across the country today. President and Prime Minister give their best wishes. Rashtriya Swatantra Party lawmaker Indira Rana Magar elected as Deputy Speaker of House of Representatives. Deputy Speaker Rana receives 166 votes. Prime Minister Pushpa Kamal Dahal Prachanda commits to ensuring access of all to sources of nutrition. And Chris Hipkins set to replace Jacinda Ardern as New Zealand's Prime Minister. Now the news in detail. The Sonam Losar is being celebrated across the country today by people of the Tamang and Yolma community. The festival is celebrated to mark the beginning of a new year according to the Eastern lunar calendar. Historically, people of the Tamang and Yolma communities began celebrating the harvest of crops and agriculture. As Sonam translates to agriculture and Losar translates to beginning of a new era in Tamang language, the tradition came to be known as Sonam Losar. The festival falls on the first full moon of the month of Magh every year. President Vidyadevi Bhandari has said that festivals like Sonam Losar enhance the spirit of mutual harmony, tolerance and fraternity among all Nepalis. In a message of best wishes on the occasion of Sonam Losar today, the President expressed the belief that such festivals help further strengthen the national unity and provide the strength to everyone to move forward to build an economically and socially prosperous country. The President also expressed best wishes for happiness, peace, good health and prosperity to all Nepali sisters and brothers living in the country and abroad. Prime Minister Pushpa Kamal Dahal Prachanda has said Nepal's festivals have carried huge historic and scientific significance. In a message of best wishes today on the occasion of Sonam Losar festival, celebrated mainly by the Tamang community from the mountain and upper hilly regions of the country, Prime Minister Dahal said that all ethnic communities have their own cultures and tradition. The Prime Minister reminded that country got secularism, proportional representation and federal republic after 7-decade-long struggle for democracy. The government has announced a public holiday today, as in the past, on the occasion of Sonam Losar festival. Rashtriya Swatantra Party lawmaker Indira Rana Magar has been elected as the Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives. Rana was elected to the post with a majority of votes by the Member of Parliament present at the meeting of the lower house yesterday. Deputy Speaker Rana received 166 votes while 97 votes were cast against a proposal. A total of 264 votes were cast while one Member of Parliament did not vote. Rana was a common candidate of the ruling alliance. Mukta Kumari Yadav of Nepali Congress was also in the race for the post of Deputy Speaker. Newly elected House of Representatives Speaker Devraj Khimire has said that the House would encourage healthy policy debates with proper management. In his first address to the House of Representatives after his election to the post of Speaker, Khimire said Parliament is the platform for policy-level discussions and healthy competition. Speaker Khimire said guidelines given by the Constitution of Nepal, existing laws and House of Representatives regulations would be the main basis for running the House. He also pledged to follow the best practices developed in the history of the Parliament in the capacity of Speaker. Prime Minister Pushpa Kamal Dahal Prachanda has said the government is committed to ensuring an access of all sources of nutrition, including protein, by reducing poverty rate. At a prize distribution to the winners of Right to Protein Run half marathon organized yesterday, Prime Minister Dahal mentioned that general people are still deprived of nutrition sources in Nepal despite the government's relentless efforts. Prime Minister Dahal informed about various programs to enhance the health of pregnant women and their newborns. The Prime Minister also thanked poultry industrialists and farmers for helping in making the country become self-reliant on meat and egg. Prime Minister Pushpa Kamal Dahal Prachanda has pledged to develop the Tilganga Institute of Ophthalmology into a Manik University. Prime Minister Dahal made such a commitment during a meeting with Executive Director of Tilganga Institute of Ophthalmology, Dr. Sanduk Ruith. The Prime Minister also congratulated senior ophthalmologist Dr. Ruith on receiving a prestigious Isha Award conferred by the government of Bahrain. The Prime Minister also applauded the contribution made by Dr. Ruith to humanity that has heightened the image of Nepal. The Prime Minister also placed all necessary support from the government side for the treatment of eye diseases. On the occasion, Dr. Ruith briefed the Prime Minister about the possibility of producing medicines in Nepal for the treatment of cataracts. The black box of ATR-72 Yeti Airlines aircraft that crashed in Pokhara on January 15 is being sent to France to the aircraft manufacturer for technical analysis. Joint Secretary at the Ministry of Culture, Tourism and Civil Aviation and Member Secretary of Air Crash Investigation Commission Buddhi Sagar Lamichhane shared that the black box of the aircraft is being sent to France along with experts. He said that black box is going to be sent to the aircraft manufacturer for an independent analysis of the accident. The expert team of the Air Crash Investigation Commission will also go to France along with the black box. The Commission has so far conducted on-site monitoring of the accident site, collected necessary documents and discussed with experts. With an improvement in the weather, all domestic and international flights have resumed from the Tribhuvan International Airport. Most of the flights were affected on Friday due to poor visibility and some international flights were diverted. According to the Tribhuvan International Airport officials, all flights from the airport are regular from early morning yesterday. Deputy Prime Minister and Finance Minister Bishnu Prasad Paudel has said Agricultural Development Bank should become the leading bank for the agriculture sector. Addressing the 56th anniversary ceremony of the bank, the Finance Minister said investment in agri sector has started decreasing and investment in other commercial sector is increasing in recent years. The Ministry of Communication and Information Technology has directed the box office to resolve the problems in advance ticket booking for domestic and foreign movies. Stating that problems have surfaced in advance ticket booking due to rules for film censure imposed by the Film Development Board, the ministry has directed the box office to not cause a delay in examining films for screening. It has also directed the box office to provide movie codes for advance ticket booking in case of a delay in examining films for screening. You're listening to Radio Nepal 8am English News Bulletin. We continue with the international updates now. New Zealand Labour Member of Parliament Chris Hipkins is set to replace Jacinda Ardern as Prime Minister after becoming the only nominee for the party's leadership. He was first elected to Parliament in 2008 and was appointed Minister for COVID-19 in November 2020. In a shock announcement on Thursday, Jacinda Ardern said she did not have enough in the tank to lead The BBC said how long Hipkins will be in office is uncertain as New Zealand hosts a general election in October. 44-year-old Hipkins is currently Minister for Police, Education and Public Service. He will still need to be formally endorsed by the Labour Party in the House of Representatives on Sunday before he can become the leader. Turkey denounced Sweden after protest in front of its embassy in Stockholm, including the burning of a Quran by far-right supporters and a separate demonstration by Kurdish activists. Ankara said on Saturday it was cancelling a visit by Sweden's defence minister aimed at overcoming Turkey's objections to its NATO membership. Sweden needs Turkey's backing to gain entry to the military alliance as fears in Europe grow after Russia's invasion of Ukraine. About 100 people gathered nearby for a peaceful counter-demonstration. The Turkey's foreign ministry responded immediately in a statement. It condemned in the strongest possible terms the vile attack on the Holy Book. The statement also mentioned that permitting anti-Islam act, which target Muslims and insults their sacred values under the guise of freedom of expression, is completely unacceptable. Several Arab countries, including Saudi Arabia, Jordan and Kuwait, also denounced the Quran burning. Now the general weather forecast for the country for today. Forecasting division says the weather is likely to be partly cloudy in the hilly areas of Province 1 and mainly fair in the rest of the country. Kathmandu's weather report now. Maximum temperature of 20.2 degrees Celsius and minimum temperature of 3.4 degrees Celsius. With this news, we have come to the end of this bulletin, but before we wrap up the headlines once again. Sonam Losar being celebrated across the country today. President and Prime Minister give their best wishes. Rashtriya Swatantra Party lawmaker Indira Rana Magar elected as Deputy Speaker of House of Representatives. Deputy Speaker Rana receives 166 votes. Prime Minister Pushpa Kamal Dahal Prachanda commits to ensuring access of all to sources of nutrition. And Chris Hipkins set to replace Jacinda Ardern as New Zealand's Prime Minister. Well, that's all that we have for this edition. Our next English news edition is at 2 in the afternoon. You can also listen to us online at our website www.radionepal.gov.nb for more news and online programs. Stay tuned, stay safe and have a good day.